today as well, and we were like questioning it, but then they won, or was it another team?
It's Brax special though. Like this was one of his best heroes. If you look at Brax, he's an old player. All right, forget the meta. His best heroes are the ones that were good 4 years ago.
Hold on,
Tide,
there's no Huskar ban yet.
Really?
10 seconds.
Oh,
no,
pretty good.
Keen have to ban it now, right?
I would think so.
They have to ban it, otherwise they're gonna get Huskar'd.
Fine. Can you snowball if your Grimstroke ulted? Does that count as mobility?
Snowball when?
If your Grimstroke ulted.
I can.
You can snowball someone else.
This is a really, really good Oracle pick, by the way. It is incredible against Lich and Grimstroke. They're purely magical damage supports. You can purge the Frost Shield. You can purge the Silence effect from Grimstroke.
You gotta be able to deal with that combo, because otherwise, we've seen so many fights. It's not a hard setup. Like, you Grimstroke someone, he's gonna go close to someone, you Lich ult, boom. Like, you lose the team fight. But now you have Oracle, as you said, can save someone for sure with his ultimate or just reduce damage. And Tusk as well can just maybe come in and like blink, snowball someone and just break the Lich bouncing.
I think you ban Brood, pick Huskar.
Win them the game.
I don't know how you kill Huskar and Medusa in this game. Like you could theoretically go PL here if you're keen into that sort of setup, but
how have
I don't know if that's enough.
How have they not read that Huskar?
It's all good.
5 seconds.
Is it?
The problem is I don't know who would play it. And Huskar is a complicated hero, Paul.
Yeah, true.
They have a lot of magic bursts in King Gaming. Like, they can pretty easily burst Huskar.
They've got to have one player.
They have Oracle though.
Dire team pick.
They banned it themselves?
They banned it themselves.
What? Wow.
Paul, what do you got to say about this?
Yeah.
What?
Pops?
Maybe maybe he forgot that he had to ban.
That does happen for sure in pro games.
I've almost done that before a couple times.
Happened to me in the landline.
Really?
Yeah, we wanted to... What did we want to do? Yeah, we wanted to give them Lycan and pick her, and we picked Lycan first. We're like, we don't even know how to play this.
Did you win?
No, we lost. We ended up winning the series, but that game got completely stumped. And Super and I were like, you want to play it on me? Yeah.
See, we're supposed to ban the Lycan.
No, we were supposed to give them a Lycan and pick her.
Right, but
And
you
then-
picked the
then we
Lycan for
picked
some
the Lycan
reason.
first.
Why?
I have no idea. And then he said, oh, no. And all of us were like, strategy.
Radiant team pick.
I love the fact that proteins can still make
Lifestealer?
mistakes. What?
If you have a choice between Lifestealer and Husk,
But against the enemy, look at enemy heroes.
Yeah.
Like, PA is not scared of
not at
Lifestealer.
all.
Lich is also good.
What is
'cause you
this?
Then when you focus, and then you also have Grimstroke, who's like always slows through BKB. And
Kyle, explain NA dotes.
explain NA
Well,
dots.
it's Bat Lifestealer. This is like an old school strat. You know, you have the delivery system for the Infest Bomb. Man, it's been a while since I've said that.
Yeah.
This hero's not really getting much play. It eats Tiny alive, and neither support really threatens him. And I agree, yes, you can get kited and slowed through your rage, but you still do a ton of damage. And open wounds is actually really cool with Medusa, because any target you open wounds, like everyone heals off of. So even if Medusa's targeting somebody else, she's still going to be getting like 100% lifesteal off that split shot damage on side
A
target.
lot of good, fun stuff in there.
This is, again, like the last pick that's weird here before yesterday was like Ursa, another pick Lifestealer. This is NA Dota.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
it's a first lifestealer of the tournament.
Yeah, Slark is 100% the pick. I don't know if they play it, and they already have PA is the problem. They need a mid, and I don't know. They're going to go like Shadow Fiend or something, but I don't know if that's the play here. Yeah, it's tough. You don't really feel confident with a lot of the int casters. You need raw damage output, something to do physical damage to kill this Lifestealer, but what is that?
People have forgotten about the best hero. It's Venomancer.
Dude, that hero, you know it's like the highest ELO on this patch, right?
It's so good.
Is it really?
Yeah, Veno is insane. I cannot believe people do not pick the hero. It's mixed damage. You can buy all these great items on this patch. Like, you're the perfect hero for the meta. It's multi-role. It's multi-lane. Incredible talents.
And it hasn't been picked here?
No.
At all?
No.
Very odd. Very confusing. Black, explain.
Says the non-Veno player.
Okay.
Razor.
It's good against Lifestealer though,
Yep.
and Dusa.
That's good. It's really good against Lifestealer.
And the lane's really good.
It's
And it's looked absolutely appalling in every game we've seen it.
I don't like it against Tusk and Bat though. Razor really likes having unimpeded movement when he pops BKB, and now you have multiple heroes that can deal with him, disrupt him, prevent him from getting that link off. And if Dusa, just gets a force, if the link isn't 5 seconds plus in an engagement, I don't think Keen are going to take it. But I don't know. PA is still a problem. Like PA does kind of one-to-one counter Lifestealer pretty hard. A lot depends on item build. I feel like we're going to see a Lifestealer Radiance. I don't know how to feel about that. I haven't seen it in months.
Okay, let's get some NA Dota prediction panel stuff done.
Black, can you start for once?
Black.
Yeah.
Because this one is hard. This one is hard for
Let
sure.
me check my watch. Time or... I don't know, man. Game's like awesome.
Just make up your mind.
Make up your mind.
Go for...
Flip
You
a
can't
coin.
just guess. You're a professional.
5 seconds.
Keen team? I will.
So Black is going for Team.
I will have to just go for Keen Gaming because they got Grimstroke Lich, and I think the NA Dota, they will not play well against that. Even though they have like decent heroes, they're gonna run in and like gonna double Lich ult, beep up, bippity boop, and they're gonna die.
I like that.
This is
Team?
Yep.
I'm
You
gonna-
went for Team because you ran out of time.
this is a tough one. Honestly, I think the drafts are relatively even. It comes down to which team play. Like, we can't predict the play is the problem, and both teams have been shaky. I'm going to go with Keen because I think they might have a bit more composure.
Okay.
Wait, I'm picking a Razor, though.
Yeah, well
No,
done.
I
Go for
like
it.
Team, baby. NA Dota, bring it home. IX Mike in the top 4. Let's get it going.
Alright. Some NA pride being restored perhaps on the panel here. Let's find out as we head into game number 3. Our commentators are ready, gents. Which way are you going on the predictions?
Keen.
I think the remnants of power that was left in the remains of IX Mike's mustache are gone, so I'm going to go with Keen. I mean, he was remarkable in the Lich, but I can't see that sort of performance happening again here.
Okay.
I don't like Razor, but I think Lifestealer is the worst, one of the worst heroes in Dota right now, so it's an easy bet, Keen Gaming.
Alright, nice. Okay, well, gents, take us into game 3 and enjoy it.
Thanks, Paul. And I think the other thing to look at here is giving this hero across the Alt 11, right? They're sticking him in the Tiny this time around. We saw quite a few suboptimal, shall we say, Echo Slams in the previous game. And you know what the best part about Tiny is? Right? Avalanche doesn't have a very big it doesn't have a very big cooldown. And the other thing is, like, it sounds like we're just joking around being mean, but there's a logic to this, right? It's like when you identify a player had a bad game, because there is a fair argument that Alt 11, despite his start to the game, he had a bad ending. You give him a hero that is easier to just execute because, it's a morale booster, right? It resets your mind.
Yeah, the problem for Keen Gaming is they don't have a hero that lanes well against the Batrider. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the big problem I'm looking at right now. I mean, this is the thing. This is where the bat worked out pretty well, because like you take the bat, you take the Lifestealer, you're basically just blocking a pick at the same time. Phantom Assassin's like, what are you going to lane up with? Like the Lich, it's not bad, but against the Oracle, you can just purge things off. This is the biggest problem I see.
Juggernaut was banned out, one of the better counters in the laning stage against the Batrider. Weaver was still in the pool if they wanted to go for it. Phantom Lancer as well.
You actually like talking Phantom Lancer a lot. You'd like that.
Yeah, I like the Phantom Lancer because he naturally built into a Diffusal Blade against Medusa. They don't have any AoE. It looked like a good DL game.
Feels really well with the bat as well. You don't have to worry about the sticky napalms just stacking up. Looks like the start for Keen. They're going to station 3 heroes top here, but Team have read this. They've moved their heroes up as well. And this is a Tusk in a tri-lane. Tusk is going to start to feel a little bit of pain. Inkswell, they're going to turn around. The Frost Armor is out as well. Protects him, stuns up on Anushim, and he's leveling the tag team already, so if they keep these slows going, he should fall. Dagger through, and the final touch is there. Old Chicken does get the first blood.
And that's nicely done. The power of Grimstroke and Lich combo level 1.
A little bit worrying. We've seen this too often, is if the Tusk, usually when he's the first blood especially, things start to go downhill. Like, this is the hero, you go, maybe try that again. If it fails, you then go to 2-1-2 lanes. They've already done it. They've identified this. Tusk is now in the bot lane. Which means Keen might look to just aggress harder, see if they can get another kill before they rotate one of their supports here.
And this is a free lane for a Batrider, and the Tusk keeping bottom, pulling the creep wave, wants to secure the lane even more. I don't think they can fight top. Lifestealer doesn't bring too much to the table early on. gonna play the top lane defensively, and we can see the rotation coming. Grimstroke already tipping bottom, and this is gonna be a tough lane for Keen.
Yeah, it was interesting they stuck the Grimstroke down here. I thought they would actually try and get the Lich away from the Oracle because, of course, you can like purge off the Frost Shield. But no, they're actually going to keep the Lich together with the Phantom Assassin. In fairness, it's got more defensive capabilities to it than having the Grimstroke there.
I mean, you can purge Inkswell as well, so Oracle, one of the better counters against this strategy, has the great ulti, has the magic immunity, purges stuff. But if you get on top of them, that they could score an easy kill.
Indeed. I mean, you haven't got this big ballsy false promise target, right? Like a Huskar is a perfect example of that we see so often. While it can be useful for heroes like Lifesteal, Lifesteal is a hero that sustains pretty well in a fight. Like if he's losing health, he's probably going to lose the fight anyway.
I've seen Lifestealer winning the game against the Grimstroke Lich because you really don't care about their combo. Go in, you're tanky enough, and they don't have any escape mechanism. You just kill one of those heroes.
That's true. The rest of your team definitely cares about this combo though. It'll be the biggest problem. Of course, it does go through spell immunity, and it keeps you locked in, right? So you can't move. Like, if you get latched onto someone, you can't back away. Alright, it's back in the top lane. It's been found out here. Tries to root them to hold them back, but it's too late. The Frost Shield is out. Mike, he's out of life. Nice little pick off. Like you said, Lifesteal can't do much. They can't go on with it. In the bot lane, they go into Kaka. Looks like Brax will be able to move away. Phantom Race does pop, but not much damage at this level. It's going to be the frustration of this bot lane is the Batrider and the Tusk, they link up pretty well, right? Because you've got the shards to block off. If you get like 3 sticky napalm stacks, you just walk in with Firefly.
That's ton of slow and damage. Hard lane to play. They need to focus on winning a mid lane. Razor's doing a good job. 19-11 against 9-2. And top lane's going well for them.
Definitely done a good job of shutting down this Medusa. Every time we seem to move in to latch off some damage. Now rolling in, going to 11 here. 4 stacks are on, and the Phantom's Brace comes out to make sure there's no additional ones. Avalanche Toss does buy him enough time to back away. Team actually take a lot of damage out of that. I'll back up though. All spells on cooldown for Tiny right now. Has to blow the combo just defensively. But just a little reminder actually for the side team. If you go too hard here, the Phantom's Embrace can really screw you over because you're reliant on stacking more napalm. I'd be interested to see how this lane top changes if once you get a few Wraith Bands and Treads completed on Old Chicken. Like, because at that point, I think the biggest issue with the Lifestealer pick is you want to be against a Strength hero, and you don't really do damage until you get a few items anyway, past half HP mark. A lot of damage in the bot lane. Old 11, can he back away? He actually might live here. Nice slow coming out from Kaka. Stroke of Fate does get Brax pretty low, he can't finish it off. He's got the Phantom's Embrace available. Looks like Tiny will live.
I think Tiny just wants to be able to survive until minute 5. They try to pick up the runes. Go for a shrine.
Yeah, they're eyeing them up.
Oh, he has a mango.
He's going to try. Noosh needs to be careful about this. He wants to probably forfeit these runes if he wants to live. Phantom's Brace comes out to make sure Tusk can't do anything. He does get rid of it. He's got the snowballs going to turn around onto the creeps. The Inkswell doesn't hit. Meanwhile, on the top, there's a chase down on Ix Mike as Phantom Assassin's looking for a kill here. I should be able to run him down. Dagger should become a cooldown. Noosh in the bot lane does Ice Shards to survive, but his comrade and support arms won't be so lucky.
They picked up 4 runes inside of Keen Gaming.
Decent lead already, 2k net worth lead, 5 minutes in, and Tusk, actually, no, Kaka, he got him. Okay, so it seems that they've got to be doing this on purpose by now. They don't care about waiting. But he was so low, surely you can...
He denied himself to a tower.
It's
he
fine.
got the last hit, no XP.
Like, the gold does go across, but yeah, no XP is a big thing. All in all, though, look at this right now. PA's doing pretty well, as is the Lifesteal in terms of CS, and I'd be more concerned about the PA getting decent CS early on than the Lifestealer, right? Like, this is a hero that can get active earlier than a Lifestealer typically does.
Depends on the item build on Lifestealer. You might go for a Radiance build, but then you need a long time, and you have a Medusa in your team, so you might want to build into those earlier items.
I think the other thing for me is, like, where's your bomb target? Like, the Batrider is the obvious one, but how quickly is he going to build into a blink? Are we going to see, like, a Crimson Guard type Bat Rider? Are we going to see him going towards drums like we used to see a lot? Sun's coming out with that Bat Rider. Sinister Gaze does control him up, and they get in range of the static link. They'll just burn him through.
I'm not sure why he TP'd mid. They had he had a good lane on the bottom.
Phantom Assassin being gone onto here, losing a lot of health. By Sharp do come up. Nice avalanche coming out from Old 11. Will keep the Phantom Assassin alive. Ryoya, you fest just to try and dodge out and move away.
Yeah, yo Mike, you're actually healing the Phantom Assassin.
He's turning out to be very helpful to the side of Keen so far. No big filthy Oracle heals that instantly nuke people down so far. And Sammy Boy
playing so much better this game.
Dark, he gets in range with the Sinister Gaze, going to move across, and this Medusa just disappears. Keen, like you said, they're playing so much better, so much more aggressive. They're doing what they're good at, taking control of the map early. And this is what this lineup can do very well.
Yeah, they even placed the ward for Medusa's triangle before they took the tier 1 tower on mid, so they are thinking ahead.
That's the thing, if the Medusa can't go there, there's nowhere safe she can farm. She actually has to risk it. And you can see the wards across, just forms a line of vision, the side of Keen across this map. On that stage, where do you put the Medusa? Is this area bot maybe the safest place for her right now?
Right now they have 3 heroes who love the jungle. Welcome to the pub. We have a Lifestealer, Medusa, and Bat Rider as well. And Keen Gaming's applying a lot of pressure on the side lanes.
At some point, someone's going to have to show. That's where punishment could come.
Now my enemy
Keen looking to use Razor more aggressively. He has got the drums picked up. We'll be going towards the BKB next. This is a I am planning to fight build.
Oh yeah, I love the drum pickup. First I bang this drum, then I bang your mom. Is that how it works?
No, because Mike isn't playing the Razor.
Okay, he gets a lot of movement speed, especially against a team who has a lot of slow with the Lifestealer, Tusk, Bat Rider, and he needs the extra movement speed to get the successful link off.
Actually moving top. Ryoya, he knows something's wrong. He's like, why is Tiny being aggressive like this? He might find out in a moment. There's the Rage, which is TP away. But he's TPing all the way back to base, and he's forfeiting this tower as a result.
Bang that drum.
Uh-oh, he's going to ban the drum. He's going to bang Sammy Boy now, going to go for the TP wave. The Sinister Gaze just in time. They will just hammer this nail in as it tries to stick out. Bot lane, avalanche here as well. Every lane, aggression coming out from Keen, and 2 out of 3 isn't bad, but it's going to even up if you find this kill in the bot lane as well. It's like Bat Rider being able to move away, but they are looking to backstab right now. Dark is pretty deep, but he has got the backup of Razor, so Ryoya can't engage. Brax trying to slow things down, and they do leave Ike Spike behind as Old 11 strikes again. Much better performance. Well, this wasn't the issue, right? Old 11, he done this well, arguably in the first time around with the Shaker in the second game. But this is a type of hero that can keep that constant aggression. That's a big difference. He's not just going to go off and farm. He wants to farm heroes.
Keen's movement around the map is amazing at this point. They're pressuring the towers, tier 1 tower on top as well, taking a lot of damage.
Indeed. We'll take this bot tower at least, get the useless ones out of the way. And, I mean, this is what we like to see from Razor. This is kind of like your old school style of Razor, just push, push, push.
Yeah, you can see the team play there. Razor doesn't want to even hit the tower. They want to give this Tiny a fast blink dagger.
I mean, the Razor's eyes, right? Like, he's going for a BKB next. And it's a good choice, but like, what is he concerned about right now? If he gets last he's in trouble, maybe. He just wants to funnel as much into the Phantom Assassin and the Tiny as possible. And they might be able to funnel some more. Ryo's been found. There's the Gaze, drags him in. Avalanche is there. He does get the Rage with TP away. A lot of damage. Not quite enough. Though the dagger. Just a little bit too late coming out from Old Chicken. Would have actually got the finishing touch. Nusham TP in 5 seconds. My advice is get out.
Yeah, before you could use a toss on magic immune units, you couldn't toss them alone, but you could toss them on other units. That's fixed. Can't really stop a TP that way.
Yeah, a real way to lock that down. Eventually they'll get to that stage, maybe pick something like an Abyssal up, or as we were talking about with Soulbind, the way it works is that you aren't leashed initially, but if one of your teammates walks in range, you become leashed.
Bat Rider has enough gold to buy a Blink Dagger. He played a Bat Rider, and the panel discussed how this is one of his best heroes. We're gonna see the first bomb. He just bought a Blink Dagger.
This is a big
smoke
reveal.
up Lifestealers inside of him, but
But they're losing heroes. Sammy Boy, he's about to fall here. Tap comes out. There's the gaze. Actually find additional kills. Hex Mike. He overextends a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't even call that an overextension. That was just beautifully done by the Tiny to get the Lich in range.
I don't like the Blink Dagger pickup here because he had a free lane and he could just tank up with the Bracer, buy drums. Now you're committed to do something if they're just going up as 5. Like, right now they need to do something. They need to make a try.
They found old chicken, lassoed up. Have they got enough damage? The Frost Shield is protecting. The Warrior's Punch doesn't do quite enough, and there we go, he gets away. That's your big combo. Now you can turn around. The Avalanche is out. The Soulbind as well. The toss across twice in the air. Brax getting low. Turns around, gets rid of Kaka first. Sammy Boy holds his ground. You repel the side of Keen, but you didn't get the big kill you were looking for with a big reveal. They might actually just go back in. They're feeling confident. Race is moving in. Ryoya, he needs to back up quicker than this. Race is going to come out. There's a chain frost now bouncing around. They're all stacked here. A lot of damage going around the place. Avalanche on the back line will find a kill. They're going to follow up with additional. Sammy Boy falls. Ryoya is down. They are just wiping the side of Team. Brax will make it away, courtesy of his Blink Dagger pickup. But that is not why you build that item.
That's a full static link on Razor plus a good chain frost. Really hard to fight into.
Problems are high for the side of Team. 10,000 net worth lead already at 12.5 minutes in for the side of Keen.
And PA does not want to take this like super late game. She's not building the Battle Fury, which is the right choice. Vlad's opens up the Roche.
And then straight into the Desolator. Apply pressure. And you don't expect this at first if you're Team, right? Because you picked off a hero. There's no way they re-engage, but well, you got to give credit to Dark so far. Proving that Mike isn't the only one that can play the hero. And while we're talking about this, this is another pick-off on the man Mike himself, in fact.
Win rate on Lich in this minor is amazing. It's around 80%, maybe even more.
I'm sorry, I find Walrus Punch so amusing. It hurts support so badly. But it's a mild pick-off because you're losing your tier 2 top. Yes, Kaka has discerned that they probably have vision in their own jungle. He would be right. But Team need to be careful because the last time Keen had a dead Grimstroke, they struck. Looking at Sammy Boy, the gaze come out, but the toss back's going to be there. The thing about turning around the gaze, and they will freeze him up. Now Ice Shard's out just to block the chase because the static link did persist for quite a long time. Brax is behind them. Avalanche is there. Moon across on the mic right now. They should have the lockdown to deal with him. They can't quite finish it off because he does protect himself. Brax waiting for an initiate opportunity. They're going to initiate onto him. They're getting pretty low with the crits, and now he can't move away quick enough. Batrider's gone. That's your big initiation. Down for 25 seconds, and Ryoya is outside the base. He will just TP back. Being caroused by the side of Keen Gaming. Not able to get out on the map at all so far.
They're gonna get out-farmed. They need to try to smoke with the Batrider once they're out. Get a pick off, get back into the game, get control of their jungle.
I mean, they've been trying, but there were a lot of sentries in that triangle for Team a moment ago, and now there's a lot of sentries in that area for Keen Gaming. As both teams are seeing the importance of that area for the Dusa. Ryoya, been found. Gonna rage, trying to walk this off. Static Link is on him. They're chasing forward for it. Ice Shard does block out the Razor. Old 11 still going. Tosses back, says take him Razor, finish him off. Lasso's gonna be there. Drag the Tiny in, but they can't finish it off quick enough. Soulbite does connect Ryoya to his support, and now the Gaze dragging him with the Chain Frost, bouncing around. They get the kill on the Tiny, but they do lose the Lifestealer, and it's still bouncing around this Chain Frost, causing so much frustration for the side of Team.
The Lasso is on cooldown. They could go for a Roche right now if they want to. Sadly, Oracle is only level 5, 15 minutes in, and they only have one tier 2 tower left.
It's a pretty depressing state for Mike in this type of game. After the great performance the last one, he's got to be feeling crushed so far. They got to find a way to bounce back.
Team Gaming is actually just farming their jungle.
Yeah.
They have sentries there, so they know that Team doesn't have any vision. If someone walks in, it's a guaranteed kill.
Like they know that Team, the only way this works for them is if both their cores get a decent amount of gold, because a Lifestealer without gold, what does he do? A Dusa without gold, what does that do?
Yeah, at this point, Lifestealer should just switch to buying Observer Wards. I mean, you're...
Well, and get someone to buy 4-star him on the high ground position. The human ward.
And we discussed the heroes before the first series, which ones are extremely bad or not picked at all. Like Lifestealer checks the box. Same goes for AA. We don't see Silencer anymore. Is there anything else? this
Ricky
bad?
doesn't
Oh
get
yeah,
seen.
Ricky.
Viper, actually. Viper's not rated very
Viper's
highly.
situation. I've seen some of the Vipers being
He's okay.
as a counter for a Timbersaw and Phantom Assassin.
Like, yeah, if your OD is banned, maybe you go for the Viper instead. But most scenarios, teams just ignore it.
Dire are
Definitely no real situation exists where you want to pick a lifesteal, that's for sure.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Moving in, they're looking on, and they do see Ike's Mike again. He did finally reach level 6. He can't even use it to save himself.
Are fortified.
And now they're applying pressure in mob lanes because Phantom Assassin always in the top. You see Team commit so many heroes to this tier 1 bot. They have to be quick though because their base is going to be pressured soon.
Radiant's
Keen,
bottom tower
they don't want to
is
actually go to the Roche pit because they know if they retreat back, they're going to get room. BKB activated, moving in, looking to actually get across. The crossback's going to be there. Now Razor, he's got the target he wants. Medusa's going to go down. That was an insanely early BKB usage coming out from Razor though. Maybe he mispressed? Yeah, he just switched drums and BKB.
Dire's middle
So a little bit of
tower
a
is under attack.
misuse of your items there by the Razor, but they still get the kill.
bang that BKB.
Sometimes you just bang it so hard, you accidentally bang something else. Old chicken, keeping Nushim at bay as they work on this tower. As soon as that goes down, that just opens the floodgates, but they decide that's enough. They say, take shrines, take Roche. Keen, composed, well organized so far, and team feeling like headless chickens.
Every single time Keen is playing and sieging tier 3 towers, they always put a sentry ward in front of the tower just to get rid of the vision.
That's sadness though. You just put down the obs, instantly gets dewarded. Like Keen already knew what was up. They had the obs up top above the tower, so it never got dewarded. They'll finally get rid of it. But the amount of resources that as a support in this game, alongside team, you're having to commit to sentries right now, it's leaving you dirt poor. What was the target? Is Lifestealer really queuing up Lich queuing up Axe? I think he is,
He has
yeah.
point booster at this point.
He's going for it.
He's 5-0 and 10.
Dark's like, alright, you guys don't need any defensive items, you're good to go. So I'm just going to commit to something a little bit greedy that'll pay off. Now, I mentioned Lifestealer. He's actually going for the Radiance. This is not going to happen for you. Going to move and look for him, but he'll just rage and move away. This is the thing, like, all you have to do is just show in lane a little bit, and suddenly Lifestealer leaves. And it's a 1% chance for team to win this game right now. There's that Roche we've been waiting on. We wondered when they'd go for it. They didn't even get rid of the shrines.
They don't have to. Once Razor gets his Aghanim Scepter, alright, we're back to 99%. I'm wondering what the Funnick has to say about this.
I don't think Team would have the same things to say that he does. I think right now Team, they'll focus on the game, but immediately afterwards there'll be some questions on, I feel like the Lifestealer pick, especially with the Medusa already there.
That's a 10th pick Lifestealer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
No, 9th pick. I think it was 9th, and then Razor was 10th, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're never mind.
It was their final pick, though, yeah. They saw enough of the draft to know what was going on. They saw enough of their own draft to know this might be a little bit greedy. Now Keen, after claiming the head of Roshan, they are on the move. They'll secure the bounty runes, and then they'll get towards the base. A DD as well, by the way. All right, hunting time, they say. It's a Phantom Assassin with a DD and a Desolator. Scary things. Razor. Actually, he's got Axe completed. Conveniently for Keen, everything is just lining up on time. You get Aegis, you get Axe.
Everything is ready. Double damage for Phantom Assassin in bottle, plus the Deso.
What more do you want? Well, I know what they want. They want some buildings. Oh, Lasso coming out. They're going to jump burn. Team. This is an unexpected move, but it works out. Maybe Dark. He gets the Chain Frost out this time, and now the damage is returned onto them. Batrunner's going to go down. They're going to find more. As the crits come out, Ryoya being overwhelmed. The false promise is there. He tries to heal up. The Stone Gaze being used. Will control the Razor, but they're just TPing away. They can't fight, and they leave behind additional heroes as Tusk gets ran through, and they jump forward, finding more old 11. Tosses back the Medusa. She has no escape plan. She's going to go down as well. And suddenly, the entrance to Team's base comes into the arms of Keen. They don't even have to go looking for it.
And Eye of the Storm still running. That's an Aghanim Scepter. Eye of the Storm. These Raxes are just gonna disappear. Aegis still on Razor. 21,000, 22,000 lead, 21 minutes in. You know the game is over when you have 1k per minute.
There's been comebacks, but they are rare and far between. And I don't know if we're going to see it here, as Keen are going to make sure Team are 2 lanes behind them. The first one protected by tier 2 still. So if Keen gets single pick off, they might just go for the throne. Ryoya wants an entrance here, but what is it going to be? They haven't got the lasso to work with, so he can't go for a bomb. Radiance still so far away for him. At this point, I feel like you could probably just have the Lich start building Radiance and he'd be there first. I'd let him stop buying wards though, if he accepted that challenge.
So Shrine is gone, two set of Raxes. There's no way they're coming back into this game. I mean, they realized that they started to spam Greevel after. One more hurrah, let's go. Is there a smoke? There is one on Tusk.
Yeah, but someone's not there yet. They need to wait for Batride to get back in the base. He's farming for something. Yeah, it's full stuff. Alright, this is the big play. You just need to get them close enough to your fountain, then lasso 4-star into the fountain, stun them when they come up from the Aegis, take a fight. Everything's simple. Team can manage this, I'm sure. If Keen gives them the opportunity. Smoked up though. There it is, Razor moves in on the high ground. They have to go now. They're going to try and look for a backstab opportunity. But who do they want? They want the Phantom Assassin. Problem is, they ping out. They see Brax. There's a lasso, not the target they want. Instantly, just crit straight through. Batride already dead. Kanka, he's cutting this out. Ryoya barely does any damage on the backline. Sammy Boy does fall to Old 11. There's a TP out by your Lifestealer, but your base is now in peril, and your heroes are as well. Old 11, he holds his ground. The gaze comes out, and the GG alongside it. As Team, they got knocked out by Keen.
Pretty quick game. 23 minutes. I think everyone disliked the draft. The Medusa, Lifestealer, Batrider. These are not the strongest picks that you see. Kind of hard